Hundreds of northern and eastern province fishermen took to the seas today in a boat protest against increased encroachment by Indian fishing vessels into Sri Lankan waters. According to reports, hundreds of fishing boats set out to sea in a flotilla from Mullaitivu to Point Pedro, hoisting black flags with #SaveOurFishermen written on them. The protest was organised to demand authorities to put an end to the illegal encroachment by Indian fishing trawlers into Sri Lankan territorial waters, which has to date escalated into attacks on Sri Lankan fishermen and the destruction of their equipment as well. The protesters say that fisher communities in the northern province are facing serious issues due to the lack of a permanent solution to this long-standing issue. Last week, First at 9 took up the issue with the Sri Lanka Navy, who say that the issue requires a diplomatic solution, as the sheer number of Indian vessels entering Sri Lankan waters makes it nigh impossible to police effectively. Further attempts to reach out to the Minister of Fisheries Douglas Devananda for comment on the issue unfortunately did not pan out. Tamil National Alliance parliamentarians M.A. Sumandiran and Shanakian Rasamanikam also took part in the protest and called on Minister Devananda to resign if he can't come up with a solution. Rasamanikam also accused the minister of standing by idly as Indian fishermen brazenly carry out the illegal bottom trawling activities.
We had so many high-level delegations from India. However, Minister Douglas Devananda has been very quiet about this, and we have raised the fact that Honorable Douglas Devananda was elected to Parliament by the votes of the Tamil people who live in the north and the east, who are now suffering from the illegal poaching of fish. We actually continued the successful protest today by 11:30 a.m. in Point Pedro with the participation of all the fisheries unions and everybody. But there have been various statements on the media about how various unions have not participated, which is far from the truth. Most unions and most fisher folk in the north and the east have pledged their support, and we hope that the ministry in charge of fisheries will take the appropriate action, or else would resign from his portfolio and set an example.
The parliamentarian then went on to explain that the issue remains in the non-enforcement of existing laws that prohibit illegal fishing activities in Sri Lankan territorial waters.
The point is that the Minister for Fisheries is failing to enforce the law that is already in place. So all that needs to be done is to enforce the law against the Indian deep trawling fish fishermen. So it's the Honourable Minister for Fisheries is hesitant to take action against that. We have enough reason to believe that he is attempt to pit the camels in Tamil Nadu and camels in the north and east of Sri Lanka against each other. So if the Minister is not part of this coup, since it is like the law, there is nothing much more to that than enacting the law that is there. There is no rocket science behind it.
He then explained that the demands of the northern and eastern fishing communities remain a very simple and fair one, that the authorities take firm action against illegal fishing activities that result in long-term harm to Sri Lanka's marine ecosystem.
Well, what they want done about their life is a long story, but right now they are worried about their livelihood. They want an end to this because bottom trawling destroys resources for the next few generations to come as well. Bottom trawling is not something that causes damage for a few weeks or a few months. Bottom trawling causes damage for a few years, for a few generations even. So all that the fisher folk in the north and east of Sri Lanka want is for that their lives will be protected. They don't want anything unjust from anybody else. They're not asking for anything that is unusual. They're not asking for anything that is not warranted for. They're asking for what is their real right, their genuine right to fish in their own waters.
Sunsilk ලොකු බෝතලේ සේදුම් වාර 30. රුපියල් 16ක ඉතිරියක්.